And we start with breaking details of a story you followed all weekend. Coeur d'Alene's mayor sent a strong message today saying we're not going back to the Aryans nation. His city was thrust into the national spotlight this weekend when 31 members of the group Patriot Front were found in the back of a U-Haul. Police say they were ready to riot.
Coeur d'Alene Police's chief says the department's voicemail is full of calls, half supportive of the work his department did.
And the other 50% who are completely anonymous and who want nothing more than to scream and yell at us, offer death threats against myself and other members of the police department merely for doing our jobs.
The 31 men arrested all posted bond this weekend and were free to go. They could even return to their home states with no restrictions.
We have full team coverage in North Idaho today. Eleni Dow on how the community is responding. And we go first to Esther Bauer with what we learned today about the investigation.
Well, all the people police arrested right here over the weekend are already out of jail. They were charged with conspiracy to riot, which is a misdemeanor. They paid their $300 bond and are set to appear in court at a later date. Tonight, the mayor says he knows more work needs to be done to keep hate groups out of North Idaho.
And we are not a city that wants to discriminate. We are not a city who wishes to bring any hurt upon anyone.
But police are convinced these 31 men came to Coeur d'Alene with intentions to hurt people at a pride event over the weekend.
I have no doubt in my mind that had that van stopped at the park or much near the park, that we still would have ended up in a riot situation.
They found riot gear and smoke grenades on the people. Today, police wouldn't comment if guns were found, but the investigation is far from over.
We still have so much paperwork to go through, and we just got done executing a number of search warrants on the U-Haul and then some other vehicles that were seized, and so that we still have a bunch of work to do.
The work to keep hate groups out of their community isn't stopping.
We're not going back to the days of the Aryan nations. We are past that, and we will do everything we can to make sure that we continue to stay past those kinds of problems.
The mayor says he's open to starting conversations about the current bond system. These 31 men all were charged with intent to riot, only a misdemeanor that came with a $300 bond.
So we'd have to work with our legislators in terms of changing that, but it's a good point. That's certainly we would want any kind of deterrent that we can find to ensure that people like that don't show up in our community.
A community who just wants to move forward from a history they can't seem to outrun. And with the current charges, the city prosecutor says the max penalty could be a $5,000 fine and up to 1 year in jail. The U.S. Attorney's Office is not commenting at this time if they plan to bring any federal charges against any of these men. And we'll continue to keep you updated as this investigation develops. Reporting live in Coeur d'Alene tonight, Esther Bauer, 4 News Now.